Welcome to Hanging Out with Robert, that's me. This video contains things that I encounter throughout the day. If for some reason I complete a task and you would like to see the details, you can click on the link in the description area below. This video also contains tips and tricks that I learned throughout the years. I plan on leaving this video accessible for about 30 days. After that, you can view it through my Patreon account. Thank you very much for watching. Kicking off the Tinker Day. Back at this S70 T5M, that is being parted out. Got the transmission out yesterday, put that up there. So I have to try to get this subframe back up after I get some other parts I need. I'm going to take the downpipe off, I'm going to take the turbo off, I'm going to take the fuel system stuff off, I'm going to take the rear brake calipers off. So I got a few things to get today, and then I got to try to put the wheels back on it so this thing will roll. I'm going to take the rear shocks. John offered me some shocks a couple days ago. I should have took them, using for Byron's car, but I'll take the ones off of here. And this car is going to the scrapyard. Oh man, I also need to get this door, but I didn't realize it had a little dent there. So that may be better than the door that we have. I need to replace it with, so I'll take that too. Let me get started before it gets 600 degrees out here. It already feels 80. First things first, I gotta put on the off. I don't want to get eaten up out here. This car has a key set. It probably should have that taken off too, but I ain't got time to mess with that. Next up, I'm gonna get this flywheel off after I get the clutch off of it. That should be a T40. Then I'm going to get the shift cables out, and I'm going to get this line out from the master cylinder. So let me get these 4 things out, then I'll work on some other stuff like the exhaust and the turbo. Just took the clutch off. Man, I must say, this clutch looks new. I would reuse that in a minute. Look at all that meat on that clutch. And the rivets are not nowhere near the clutch material. The pressure plate seems to be very smooth. I don't see any wear in that. Now this thing does have to be reset, because when it was installed, it unlatched the reset mechanism. So I'm going to try to remember how I reset that, unless this is the one that doesn't need to be reset. Let's see here. I'm going to take a picture of that and send it to my mechanic and ask them. I don't think this is the one that needs to be reset. This may be okay. And that's the dual mass flywheel. It looks like it's in pretty good shape too. And it's got the triple squares in there. I think I have that tool with me. So I'm going to try to pop this off of here, and we should be good to go with those 2 parts. I got the cables out, the master cylinder and stuff out. I'm going to try to get this ABS module off one more time. Then I'm going to try to get this turbo and downpipe and cat out. And then I'm going to start working on the fuel stuff. I need to get out to convert Byron's car to front wheel drive. I could not get the flywheel off. I do have the proper tool, but I don't have the adapter, and this impact gun is too weak to get those bolts out of the flywheel. So we'll get that next time. But in the meantime, let me try to get this turbo out of here. Things are taking longer than I expected, but I do have the turbo out. I think I already told you I had the shift cables and the master cylinder out. I got the wheels back on. I was leaning on the engine with the engine supported by the jack, and it cracked the oil pan, made this mess. So I got that to clean up. I got a bolt back in this front mount, but there's no mounts on the back of the engine. So it's trying to fall through the subframe, but I got the subframe attached, so that's good. I got the fuel lines disconnected from the front, pulled under the car. Now I got to go take the fuel tank out. Hopefully that doesn't have a lot of gas in it. So I'm going to take the gas tank out and everything connected to it. I'm going to take the rear shocks with me and hopefully I'll be able to get out of here after that. To do the rear end conversion to front wheel drive, you need the tank and everything connected to it. So I opened up the panels up there, disconnect all the wires to it. I opened up the fuel tank door, disconnected the clip to it, undid the seal gasket to it. Then I lowered the two straps from it. As you can see, this little protection thing here was rusted away. That's a T25. I'm gonna try to unscrew that, see if the junkyard has some new ones. So I'm gonna work this tank filler neck over this. The tank, it feels like it's got 10 gallons of gas in there, which sucks. But I'm going to take the fuel filter, all the lines all the way up to the engine, all the emission lines, and all that stuff with it. So when I get this unhooked, I'm going to pull it all out the back after I undo the fuel filter attachments and the evaporator thing there. So I don't want to break nothing that's hooked up to the tank. Got done getting everything I needed about a half hour ago. Got it all loaded up in the car, about a half a tank of gas. Got a door back here. I am super hungry. Stopped to get something at Arby's. Slowest Arby's drive-thru on the planet. I've been in the drive-thru already 10 minutes. There was a car in front of me and they haven't even got their food yet. So hopefully they'll figure something out here in the next minute or two before I have to drive off and find something to eat somewhere else. On my way home, I stopped by Henry's place, drop him off some corner lights for his V70. If you feel that this information was useful, please like it and share it with your social media friends. You can subscribe to my channel so that you will get notifications of future videos that I post. You can follow me on Twitter, and if you need to contact me directly, please visit my website. And if you have any questions, leave them below, and someone or myself will reply to them.